being tired of engaging in something. Here, the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck, this essentially talks about not being able to clear our mind, not being able to get out of the mental energy, that mental stuckness. And, you know, and that comes primarily from having dealt with somebody who's essentially been negative player type energy, somebody who you can't really trust. They're in and out, they flit on and off, like they're youthful, but they're immature. Thank you. They're immature. They're not really up to where you need to be. You need to have a partner. And it feels here, Libra, like somebody is wanting to open something up with you. And it's like, what's the point, you know? And you may also maintain friendship with this person. I won't say just shut them out of your life, but like, it's at a distance. It's at a place where it's like, okay, thank you for talking to me, but I'm taking care of me. Okay. And that's that. Show me the Two of Wands for Libra. You know, we have to forgive people, especially when we start to see them in ways that they don't see themselves, see them in unflattering light. So you have Temperance in reverse. So going back into this situation, if you were to go back into this, it feels like you'd be stepping in tar, you know, just stepping in tar. It feels like you'd be sticking yourself in a situation that's not really healthy for you. It causes imbalance. It causes you not to trust your own intuition, your own self-preservation, like those keys within yourself where you preserve yourself. You know, it's basically like re-engaging with a situation that leaves you off kilter. You know, and sometimes I want to talk about psychic vampires. Like sometimes people do that. Sometimes they are that. Like it doesn't mean that they're the worst person in the world, but psychic vampires most definitely feed off of us, you know? And when they come back to a supply, that they think that they can access, they will, you know? Half the time people don't even know that they're doing it. So yeah, that's something to mention too. But for the most part though, here, it feels like this person, they have a lot of healing to do. They have a lot of looking at themselves to do. And I think that that's really difficult for them, you know, almost like accessing the inner part, the emotional wreckage feels like it's too much for them. And so they look for the exterior, they look outwardly for things to feed them and fill them. And I feel at some point you filled them up and made them feel maybe more so whole than they do on their own. You also have the Three of Pentacles pop out with those three cards too. And it basically is talking about somebody who wants to re-engage in a situation. Somebody wants to stabilize something. But I feel here too, again, it feels immature. It feels like it's lip service. That's what it feels like. It feels like lip service. Show me the Tower in reverse for Libra. Show me this. So the Tower in the reverse is coming out with the World. So this is endings that need to happen. You know, somebody basically engaging in a situation that needs to die, but they're still back here trying to re-engage it. But it's like, they're not learning lessons here. They're not getting the whole meat and potatoes of the situation. They're not really willing to look further than what's in front of them, and what's in front of them is directing them to go within, and that's difficult for them. This person is emotionally imbalanced and out of sorts. Show me the Nine of Cups for Libra. So you have the Hangman and the Seven of Pentacles for the Nine of Cups. So, you know, this is essentially reflecting on a situation, okay? Reflecting on what has happened in the past, reflecting on what makes sense for us, reflecting on what needs to be reflected on. And it feels like that's not happening yet. It feels like we need to look within. We need to feel where we are within. I know everybody's like, oh, this is wish fulfillment and you're getting your wishes and blah, 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 blah. It has a lot of meanings a lot of the time for me in my readings. This card denotes more of an energy where we are out of balance internally. We don't know how to trust ourselves, you know, and it's like we're the one that we should trust the most, and yet we don't know how to trust ourselves. So we're outwardly seeking, you know, the approval of others, the attention of others, trying to get people to pay attention to us and heal us and make us better. That's what this reading feels like, Libra. It feels like you or somebody is dealing with somebody who is not really able to look at themselves in a full spectrum way. They are sad and they're holding on to that. And yeah, the Hangman and the Seven of Pentacles. So, you know, overall though, the situation, you need to look at it. You need to look at everything that you've put into this. Look at what it brings to you. Does it bring you a disarray, a feeling of disarray, or does it cause you to want to re-engage, you know? Some of you, if this calls to you where it's like, no, I think it's important for me to be with this person or to maintain the friendship or to try and help them through, by all means, do that. You know, I'm not going to say just shut them out, you know, but like, pay attention to what works for you most, you know. Like I said, I feel in the beginning, it's not about being somebody's savior. It's not about being there to catch somebody when they fall. Like sometimes we need to fall, you know, when we get a bump and an owie, like, you know, that's how we know how not to do it again, or don't do it. You know, it's like you learn from your mistakes, you learn from the pain. Show me. So with the Eight of Swords here, the final card, you have the Five of Wands and the Nine of Swords again. So, Nine of Swords, Five of Wands. This is basically being in conflict with yourself. If you want to re-engage in this, it feels like it opens up a can of worms that you may have been happy without. It also feels like this is an impasse as far as communication is concerned with this person, because it's like they have an egoic aspect of this that they're trying to attain, it feels like, and you're just like, I just want to talk normally. I don't want a guise. I don't want a feeling of something that's not real. And it feels like it's hard for you to believe what's coming at you or how they're trying to approach you. Somebody feels like it's hard to engage in this, and it creates more frustration, more pain. Show me the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups here, you have, first of all, you have the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, but then you have the Ten of Cups. So by walking away from this situation, Libra, by letting somebody go, putting them out back in the cold, here we have somebody wanting to return from being let out, somebody wanting to return after being put away or leaving you. But here it's highlighted to walk away from this situation, let somebody go, you know, not engage. And when we do that, we move towards what we want to. We move towards something that's far better for us. You know, not everybody's going to be on the same path. You have the Ten of Cups here is what is the outcome. You can engage with this person and be kind to them. Some of you will not even want to bother with this, but I feel here it's not like, oh my God, you wronged me so badly. Get away from me. Never talk to me again. It's almost as if like there's a sadness here. It feels like somebody's a little bit sad, and it feels like we see somebody for who they are, maybe even more so than they see themselves. And that may be just enough, you know. Sometimes people have to be with themselves, and that's that. All right, Libra, I hope that this reading was helpful. I'm going to leave it here. My name is Isla. I'm on YouTube as the Altruistic Mystic, and if you found it helpful, feel free to subscribe and share it. And if you want to donate, there's a donation link in the description box below. And yeah, my apologies again for not being able to get your reading out earlier. Too much going on. All right, I hope everything's well. Take care. Bye, you guys.